So my thoughts on presenting as a professional speaker overall is that it's such a great experience, and if you ever get that opportunity, you should definitely take it. I've made a proposal to NACI almost every year, and I've made a couple to FLACI, and so far my American Sign Language one to FLACI was the only one that's been accepted. I've since worked on my presentation and tried to improve it and take feedback from the guests that I had and feedback from what worked well and what didn't, just from my experience presenting it, to improve that proposal so that hopefully I can get it accepted to other conferences in the future. But what I learned overall is that yes, the audience makes a big difference. If you have a more interactive and engaging audience, it makes you as the presenter feel more confident in the topic you're presenting. And I know American Sign Language pretty well. I wouldn't say that I'm fluent, but I'm definitely pretty skilled at the language. But I still got up there during the presentation. That first presentation was like, I forgot everything I know. Just the stress of all of these eyes staring at you, and you don't have much interaction back and forth. I felt a little bit like Dora the Explorer up there, like, hey, so what do you think about this? And then silence, and then answering my own question. Like, that was my Dora the Explorer presentation, where I was really just kind of talking at people without really any interaction back with me. That also gave me a good thing to think about as an audience member, which I'd like to pass on to you, is when you're in presentations, interact with the presenter, because it really does give them the energy and the inspiration to give you a better presentation, a better learning opportunity. The other thing that I learned is no matter how prepared you are, there are going to be things that you can't expect. Even if it's something as simple as not having the right chord like I did, or being asked a question that you haven't really thought through. And just know that that's okay to not have all the answers. You're here as a presenter, but you're not here as the only expert on the subject. And that just means that that's something that you can learn from in the future to take back and improve your own work, your own professional work. If you're interested in ever making a presentation, the best advice I can give you is keep writing proposals. The ability to write proposals for anything is really kind of an acquired skill, and it's like its own genre of writing. So you learn how to write narratives and explanatory essays. You learn how to write essays for tests. You learn how to write for all different kinds of things. I learned how to write screenplays and scripts and narrative fictions and all kinds of different writing genres. And you really have to think of proposals as a different kind of writing genre. So it takes practice. Unfortunately, for early childhood education, most organizations don't provide feedback, which is unfortunate. But if you ever present for anything other than early childhood education, a lot of organizations do provide you feedback. So take that feedback and improve your proposal and use that information to help you move forward with your research or with your presentations. The other thing that I would recommend is to not take it personally if you don't get accepted. And I'm saying this as somebody who still hasn't gotten a grip of this entirely. It is so hard to get back an email or a call that says, we're sorry, but we were unable to accept your proposal at this time. I've gone through book after book, nitpicking, looking for what presentations have been accepted and what haven't on my topic and on others, and it can be really frustrating. And you can't do that. It doesn't help you grow. You know, if you think of the advice to only worry about yourself, you're only competing with yourself, that really comes into play when you're writing and submitting proposals, because when you see other topics accepted, it is really hard to move past the fact that why did this proposal get accepted and mine didn't? And I've definitely had that moment where I've been to presentations on my topic and I'm like, why did this get accepted when mine didn't? Like, all it is teaching vocabulary, and I can do so much more than that. Me, as a first year teacher, was looking for a presentation that offered more than that. So that is frustrating. Even looking at a presentation that's not related to your topic. I've gone to presentations where I'm like, this doesn't even meet the organization's standards, so why would they accept this proposal? But you also have to remember that you have a very broad selection pool and only a few people who are in charge of going through these proposals and accepting them. So there are going to be things that they accept that maybe they shouldn't, and there are going to be things that they miss. So sometimes yours might be the one that's missed, and that's hard to deal with. But it's nothing on you. It's nothing on your topic. You just have to keep practicing. Originally, I did write a script for this, but since I'm actually at the hotel, I'm doing it completely off script. And hopefully I said everything I wanted to and I didn't miss anything. But if I did, I will leave the original script in the comments below so you can check that out if you would like to read my original thoughts on giving a presentation. But yeah, I'm so happy that I was able to share that experience with you here at the hotel where I did it originally. I'm like looking around all awkward over here.